Howdy, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Tyria Talk. My name is Richie, and this show is all about the already released MMO Guild Wars 2. Now, this is episode number 39, and today we're going to be talking about a rocky start. For me personally. Yeah. Now, there's lots of things that we could talk about, because the game just launched. We could be talking about all of the suspensions over, names and banning because of exploits and, tons of different issues that have come up in the game, and plus all the things that I really like about the game. But I needed to focus at least this one episode on something that's just affecting me personally, and in regards to this game that we all want to play and love so much, but there's going to be problems and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to do. I will also say that it's been a little difficult for me to actually do a lot of content this first week. My kids go back to school the end of next week, and at that point I'll be able to hopefully pump out a lot more content than I have been. And like I said, I wanted to talk about a lot of different issues, just didn't have a lot of time this week. In fact, I didn't even have a lot of time to play. But so I'm going to focus just today on some of the my personal experiences with what I'm kind of going through. Some of you who have watched Guildcast this past week might know, but there's been a couple of issues that have really hurt my enjoyment level of Guild Wars 2 launch, which is sad because I've been following the game for so long and really putting out a lot of content and supporting the game and trying to raise awareness for the game, and it just stinks that something kind of marred the beginning of this experience. But anyway, I've got my collector's edition swag here, the wall art and different things like that, so I've spruced up my back here a little bit, so that's kind of cool. But let me get into the meat of the topic today. All right, so the first issue that I'm really not going to make the focus of, you guys might have heard, my dad's account got hacked on last Saturday, the first day of the Head Start, and on Sunday his account was actually it was blocked by ArenaNet because of the suspicious activity. Now, he actually got control of the account back and was playing with us and leveling up a character. He did that on his own. He changed his password. He had no more intrusions. There was a character created on his account that he deleted, and we thought everything was okay after that. But then ArenaNet blocked his account for suspicious activity. We put a request into support with all of the information to try to get it back. And it now says when he tries to log in that his account has been permanently banned, and we're still waiting on a support ticket. I mean, here it is, almost a week later. I mean, on Sunday it'll be a full week since the ticket went in, and we just haven't heard. We've updated the ticket with as much information as we could, and I know that they're swamped, but he has been unable to play, and that kind of stinks. So the issue that's affecting me personally is, I spent a lot of work doing the Hall of Monuments, like a lot of you, to get the 30 points, and a lot of you guys watched me on massively streams, working on it and stuff like that. And when I pre-purchased the game back in, March or April, I forget when the pre-purchase went live, but it was somewhere around there. You got the little code on the receipt, so I bought the collector's edition at a GameStop. I set up the account, and it asked if you want to link it to a Guild Wars 1 account, and I provided that information and linked it, or so I thought. And I've been playing on my beta account, the account that I created then, ever since. Now, right before the Head Start went live, I think it was on Friday, the actual Friday during the day, last Friday, which was, I guess the 24th of August, they put out a little tool on your account page where you can check to see if your Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 accounts were linked. Now, when I logged into that and clicked that button, it didn't ask me to link anything. It just said, congratulations, your accounts are linked. So I was like, okay, that's cool. But when there was a stress test, I'm not sure, I can't recall specifically if there was one Friday or not. It was either Thursday's stress test or Friday's stress test. I actually logged in, and I tried just for the heck of it to use one of the character names I had reserved on my Guild Wars 1 account. And I noticed at that time, it actually told me I cannot use that character name because it is reserved by another account. And that just threw up a lot of red flags in my head because I'm like, that doesn't bode well for me able to use those names. It doesn't sound like my Guild Wars 1 account is actually linked. So I put in a support ticket even before the Head Start went live, and I said, hey, can you check this out? I want to make sure that my accounts are linked. So I filled in all the information. I put that ticket in fine. So the Head Start came out. I started playing. I used a different character name. I couldn't get my reserved character names. Oh well. Started playing. Had a ton of fun. And, in future episodes, I'll talk about all the great things I like about the game and stuff like that, because I still do love the game itself. I've been having fun playing, for those couple days. And then on Tuesday, when the official launch came, I was able to pick up my collector's edition. And then I started getting notifications all over the place that, hey, you've got to enter that serial code that came with your box if you bought it at a retail, because in 5 days your account's going to, expire unless you enter that code. And I'm kind of like, I started thinking about, well, maybe I should wait for my support ticket to be resolved first before I actually enter this code. And that thought went over my mind over and over. Like, don't even mess with the serial code until you've got your accounts linked or whatever. But, as time went on, I realized that, they're getting swamped with these support tickets. I haven't heard, my ticket since Friday. It's almost been a week since I had heard anything. My dad's account's permanently blocked. He's not hearing anything. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be able to wait. I'm going to lose my account access if I don't enter this code. So I went to the register.guildwars2.com. I put the code in. It asked me, do you have a Guild Wars 1 account? I said, sure. And I entered the information on that. It asked me to fill out my name and, I think my date of birth. I forget the personal information. And then at the end it said, put in your display name. So I put in my display name that I used on my other Guild Wars account. And it said, congratulations, the serial code's activated. Here's your new account name and display name. So the little account name you use, whatever word, bunny fluff, dot, and then it gives you a 4-digit number. It gave me a new one of those. And it gave me my Guild Wars 1 login, which has a username at NCSoft. And it said, use that to log into the game. So I'm like, okay, this is weird, but all right, I'll give it a try. So I go to log into my new at NCSoft account name, and there's no characters on it. It's just a blank account. And I'm like, okay. So I created a character, and I wanted to check on it, and I log in, and sure enough, it's got my collector's edition goodies on it, and it's got my Hall of Monuments stuff in it, which is good, but it doesn't have my characters that I've been playing through the whole Head Start. It's not the account that I've been playing since the very first beta. So now I have 2 accounts, and one of the accounts, the account with my characters that I've been leveling, is going to expire probably this weekend because I don't have a code attached to it. So I finally get a response from support tonight. I didn't put all this new information in because I just discovered this all today. And they're telling me that everything looks good. My accounts are linked when it's not true. It's not. So I re-updated the support ticket today with all this information that I have one account that has my characters and one account that has my Hall of Monuments and my Guild Wars 1 information, and please let me know, can we merge these two? What am I going to do? My sneaky suspicion is they're not going to be able to merge it, and I'm going to have to either choose to keep my characters, which I've already been leveling for over a week, and give up my Hall of Monuments and Collector's Edition rewards somehow. But more likely what's going to happen is I'm going to be forced to choose the new account because that's where my serial code has been activated, and I'm going to have to start all over. Basically, reserving character names was useless, Head Start was useless, and pre-purchasing was absolutely useless. And that's just kind of upsetting. And what's even more upsetting is, like, tonight I'm making this video instead of actually playing the game. And the reason is because I'm not motivated to play right now, because I don't know which account to play on. I don't want to waste my time playing one of the accounts and only to be told, no, you need to start over on the other one. And the support system, it's taken way too long to answer these questions. Like, my turn in the queue came up, obviously, because they replied to me today. But now I've supplied them other information, and it's going to take days. I know it's going to take days. That's what it's been doing this whole time. Now, I can totally appreciate that support is absolutely swamped. totally understand that. You know, they're probably getting crushed. And, you know, and I can also see that before this issue with my serial code came up, that really my issue was pretty minor in terms of just Hall of Monuments rewards. But now the fact that I don't know what account to play on, and is the account that I have my characters on going to expire this weekend because it's past the 5 days, now it's getting to be a little bit more of a serious issue. My dad's issue is totally, you know, serious. He pre-purchased and played one full day and has been banned since without hearing. Now, here's my problem. Before I started, you know, trying to make this career in the gaming industry, my job was like vice president of client services for call centers, for software call centers. This is what I did. This was my job. And I don't quite understand the workflow that's going on here. Like, for example, I totally understand the sheer volume that they have is got to be catastrophic, you know, and that they're working around the clock, and that there's staff there 24 hours and they work on weekends, and I appreciate all of that. But I would rather sit on hold on the phone for 2 hours, like waiting in a queue of hundreds, knowing that once it actually got to my turn, that I'd be able to talk to somebody and work through the problem to a resolution. Even if that resolution, they told me, you know what, there's nothing we can do to merge your accounts, you're just going to have to start playing on the new account. Fine, then I would know that 2 hours from now, I can get that answer from them, just, you know, and sure, I'd be disappointed, sure, I'd be upset, but at least at that point, I can move on and I can actually start playing. The situation I'm in right now is I feel like it's going to be days and days before I even know what to do, and I'm not going to, you know, it's I don't know, it's frustrating. And the other side of it's true too. Like, I don't mind waiting a couple days, you know, because it's just launched, to hear from my ticket. But when my turn and the ticket comes up and they respond to me, I want to have some sort of chat or interaction with that person so that we can work through it to a resolution. I don't like this. They update a ticket. Hey, we need this information, and boom, they send it off, and you're back in La La Land until you're waiting again. It's not how I run support departments before, and I just don't see how that's a scalable solution. How are they gonna actually get to resolution of these tickets? You know, that's a metric that a lot of these call centers actually use is what is your first contact resolution percentage? Meaning the first time you reach out to the end user or the customer, you know, are you able to resolve it on that first contact? And you know, that's probably a metric that they use in some form, but obviously it's going to be pretty low with this, because they're going to go back and forth with so many people on this, and they're just going to be updating tickets like crazy. Like, oh, we need this information, we need well, how about a question for this or this? But they're not actually resolving anything. They might be getting back to some people, but wow. That's all. It's a tough situation all around, because you know I do appreciate how difficult this must be, but at the same time the end user experience, like, it's really rough right now. It's just plain not good. Now, all that aside, the game has been a lot of fun. I've had some friends that have been playing with us a couple nights that, you know, didn't know a lot about the game beforehand, and I kind of talked them through some of it, and it seems like people are genuinely, you know, having fun. I really wish that these issues weren't marring it for myself and then other people that are having similar issues out there, because it's just such a bummer. I mean, you guys know I've been doing this for a year and a half. I've been writing about this game. I have been making videos and guides and vlogging about this game. I've been on a weekly, you know, talk show about this game. I've got the toys, and I'm just so excited. And I really want to get into this game, and I'm just disappointed at this point, and it's kind of bumming me out. So I just wanted to make this video and kind of share my experience, and I don't know. Let me know what you think. You know, is anybody else having similar issues like this? And you know, what do you think about it? So that's gonna wrap it up. Please give my video a like and subscribe so you can be notified when future videos are released. And also you can contact me on Google+, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. I'll put all that information up on the screen. And that's going to wrap things up for today, guys. So thanks so much for watching. Good night. He's flaming me.